Hey, I'm going off-roading with the Maverick. Hey guys, how's it going? CoderMan here. In today's video, we're doing something very different. I'm actually reviewing a Ford Maverick. So I ended up throwing the keys to a buddy of mine that also has a YouTube channel, MoneyShift, and he owns this Maverick. Definitely go ahead and subscribe to him if you're not. He has all sorts of awesome Maverick content. But I just kind of wanted to take this for a drive, you know, kind of walk around it and see how it is. You can see with the XLT trim, as well as the FX4, you end up getting some, you know, updated design on the actual look and feel of the vehicle. Here's the 4.5-inch bed. 4.5-inch, no. Here's the 4.5-foot bed. Livability and such. You don't really need much more than this unless you're working with that truck, you know, as like a commercial thing. And honestly, I don't think you'd buy the Maverick if you needed it for commercial use. But this has the spray-in bed liner. We have actually a bed light, and we have a 110 right there. It's actually set up so that you can have bed light accessories and things like that if you need, and it's pre-wired right here. You know, it doesn't have a drop tailgate or an auto drop or anything like that. But again, you're not buying a $50,000 truck, so you're not gonna get $50,000 truck stuff. Now, as far as the interior goes, it's plenty capable inside. You know, you can very easily fit your family. Same deal, we have that cloth interior, which I would much prefer over leather. I like the marine grade vinyl that I have for washout, but I'll tell you right now, in the hot or the cold, it has some extremes. So let's hop in and get going. And believe it or not, this actually comes with a real key that you actually have to put in. So I haven't seen one of those in a while. I personally prefer the all analog look. I don't love the Bronco setup, just a personal preference. So this actually has the Luxe package. So we have heated seats and heated steering wheel, which I really wish the Bronco had a heated steering wheel, but I get it's an off-road vehicle, just something I wish it had. You know, driving this, I can instantly feel that I'm in a truck, but it's not harsh with the ride quality. And in fact, it's actually quite plush. So I think I'm really gonna enjoy this. Like I said, it's definitely a smaller truck than I probably would want. For 99% of the usage, I think it's more than fine. So a couple of things that this specific model has. So this is the Cactus Gray, which you've seen on many a Bronco. This has the FX4 trim package, which gets you updated graphics. It gets you some black trim, as well as some updates to the suspension. And this is the Luxe package, like I mentioned, which has the more plush interior and obviously some electronic goodies, which I'm not going to sit here and be a driving sales brochure, but that's kind of how he has this optioned out. So it is the 2.0, which I believe actually is shared from the Bronco Sport. Obviously, it's not a 2.7. It doesn't have as much peppiness, but it can get up and get out of its way. I don't have it long enough to take it up on the highway. And honestly, you know, a highway review, I think, would just be kind of boring. So I just kind of want to drive it around town and see how, you know, how it is daily, right? Like, could you actually live, you know, with a Ford Maverick? And I have to say, you know, my initial impressions, a couple of minutes of driving it, absolutely could. You know, so interior wise, I mean, it looks like a Ford. However, it has some interesting things like these, you know, these door handles. It looks a little bit more rugged. I love the orange trim aesthetics. Not really loving the screen here. It just looks like it's kind of placed. Got a little bit of a cubby here for I don't know what, maybe some change or something. But I mean, overall, you know, the interior of it is, I would say, it's pretty good. It's got some nice cloth seats. And yeah, I mean, look, this is, I mean, it's not a race car, right? You're not going to be caring about 0 to 60 times with this. In fact, most vehicles, you're not going to care about 0 to 60 times. But in this particular instance, it has enough pep to get up out of its way. You know, if you need to try to merge on the highway or get out of, you know, maybe dodge around something, or you're just feeling spirited, you could definitely do it. And with the way that this is set up, being a lower center of gravity truck, it probably handles quite well compared to, say, like an F-150 or, you know, a lifted Bronco. This is not my vehicle, and this is not a dealer vehicle, so I will not be, you know, carving any back roads to see its capabilities. This is actually a friend of mine's vehicle, and I'm going to respect that as such. Now, that vehicle, you can carve some back roads. I need a Mustang. Maybe I'm just going to become a Ford channel. Leave a comment below if you think that I should become a Ford channel, because I really want to get a classic Mustang, 66, resto mod it, throw a 5.0 in it, and I also really, really would love a GT350. So I'm curious, leave a comment below if you think that I should sell the GT4 and pursue that dream. So yeah, I guess the question is, you know, with a Ford Maverick or a Honda Ridgeline or those, or the, what is it, the Chevy Colorado, I think it is, you know, does a small truck like this have a purpose? And, you know, I'm guessing because they're making them, it has a purpose. You know, for someone like me that has the rental properties and stuff, I probably need a little bit bigger of a truck. But, you know, 90% of the time and 90% of the use, this does it. You know, because really, if you think about it, if you're not working professionally with your truck, do you really need to be loading up the bed every single day? And the answer to that's no. Honestly, if you're, you know, getting plywood or something for a big job, you're probably going to have them deliver it anyways. For something like this kind of truck or that Ford Ranger, which is a beautiful blue, you have pretty much everything that you need in the capabilities of this type of vehicle. It's going to get better gas mileage. It's going to have a better ride. You have the space in the back for your family. The thing is, if you're looking at a truck or any vehicle, right, you need to decide what is the use case. Like, what are you going to use it for? Now, in the case of the Bronco, I wanted it for the aesthetics and the off-road capabilities. To be 100% honest, and I'm not going to mention this in every single video, but it seems to be a common question, I do have a lot of kids, and the two-door, 2 seats is really not the answer for somebody that has a lot of kids. For my case, we have we have another vehicle to transport the family, and I just like the aesthetics of the 2-door. It's a shorter wheelbase. It has, you know, pays homage to the original Bronco. Whereas like a Maverick or something, you know, this being a Maverick or like a Ranger or like I said, the Chevy Colorado, if that's the brand you want to go with, you end up having the option of having a rear section so you can have your family. You still have the bed so you can haul your stuff. And it's impossible to ignore how inexpensive a vehicle like this is. You know, so you can get the base Maverick for sub 30K. And for a truck that's pretty capable, has a lot of electronic bells and whistles, is plush inside as far as a truck's concerned, is not super loud. I mean, you know, like, let me just stop talking for just 1 second and just get some road noise. You know, or in this case, lack of road noise. You know, so I mean, you've seen my videos with the Bronco, and it's a little noisy inside. Having a conference call or something while you're driving is kind of hard. Something like this, it just ticks more boxes. You know, but if you need to work, maybe you need to get a GMC truck like that, or a Ford F-150 or Ford F-250, and you need to haul around a lot of stuff or a lot of people, a lot of gear, whatever it is, maybe you need to go with a big truck. But something like this, I could see this for more of like the weekend trucker, the person that needs to be able to go Lowe's and, you know, get flowers or get potting soil or get mulch or something like that. You could absolutely use the Maverick for that. So just like my Bronco has, this has auto start stop, which, you know, my opinions on that. If, you know, as soon as I find a way to disable it, it's gone. But, you know, if you're gas conscious or MPG conscious, then I guess that's a good thing for you. Me personally, I don't like the safety aspect of it always being delayed when you hit the gas. Yeah, but I'm curious in the comments, you know, taking the ride with me and getting to see this, getting to see the interior and kind of how it drives around town. Is the Maverick something that you would be interested in? Or, you know, is it a hit for Ford or is it a miss? Do you think long term this is something that stick around? I know all the questions about, you know, repurposing the Maverick name, making it a truck. Look, I'm the first to tell you that I hate when companies do this, right? I like the Mustang Mach-E as a product. I don't like its name. I just kind of come to terms that marketing is going to do what marketing does. And in this case, they're going with names that are familiar. And honestly, maybe they're going with names that those people are now older, and this is a vehicle that they might be interested in. So they're hoping to capture them that way as well. But this is not the original Ford Maverick. It never will be. You know, but at the same time, maybe they just decide to use the name because they like it. That being said, if Chevy creates a Chevy Corvette truck, we're gonna have a problem. You know, so my final thoughts as I give this vehicle back to the owner, I think this is plenty capable. I could definitely see myself driving this. I actually have another Ford truck vehicle kind of on order or reservation, but more on that in a later video. But yeah, I think overall I could definitely live with the Maverick. It's, you know, it's plenty capable. It has enough, you know, get up and go. Transmission's a little wonky, not being able to do any sort of sport shifting, you know, deciding what gear I want to be in. I'm not particularly thrilled about these, you know, these circular transmission stocks. I personally feel like it's a radio button, but whatever, I'm not gonna get into all that. It has electronic parking and brake, which you pull up to engage. Similar to the Porsche, so I'm used to that. And I think just overall, this is a really capable vehicle that I could see living with. I mean, this is definitely a daily driver, right? This isn't a weekend toy. But I think overall, the Maverick is definitely a contender for that small vehicle space, and I think it'll do it quite well. And if you have nothing but money, you go ahead and you grab one of those, which is also a plenty capable vehicle, but only costs roughly 4 times as much as this. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.